Okay. Well, if you haven't heard, Odyssey Jones has been accused of some, I guess, some pretty scandalous stuff. He's been accused of domestic violence. Now, I did talk about earlier the whole Kofi Xavier split, that the story that was being told, and Odyssey Jones was actually a really big part of it. He was almost the catalyst to the storyline. So if you notice now, it seems like Kofi and Xavier have been put on hold. That whole thing, you haven't seen Odyssey Jones on TV. And then when I saw this allegation come out, I kind of clicked. I was like, okay, that's why. Now I saw this allegation come out pretty early. It's one of those few that I caught rather early. And at least I think I did. And the rumor right now is that Odyssey Jones has been fired from WWE because of these allegations. Now, I don't know if there's any confirmation as of yet by WWE. We'll go through some of the allegations to get actually a clear idea of what it is. But yeah, from the last time I saw before I went live, I saw there was no release yet by WWE. If there is one while I'm live or while I've been live, let me know. I'll go look that up. But yeah, more or less that storyline looks like it's been put on hold, and they may be going towards Kofi and Xavier getting a tag match, because that's the last I saw was Kofi was lobbying for a tag team title match with the Judgment Day. So I don't know if maybe that Odyssey Jones was supposed to be off of Raw, because I believe the allegations came out after Raw. So maybe he was supposed to be off of Raw, and there was, they were just kind of telling the backstage story, and now it's put on hold, but we'll see where that goes as far as the on TV thing. But let's get into the allegations, because I'm sure I almost didn't want to get into this because I don't like getting into the gossip of a lot of this stuff until it's actual law and there's charges that have been filed and all that stuff. That's when I usually get into these stories. But because it tied into, what's going on now, and also because I'm sure most of the bitches that run these podcasts probably go right to, just like they cover the Vince McMahon story, they go right to he's guilty. But I'm not saying he's not guilty. I don't know is what I'm saying. I don't know if these are just baseless accusations. And I don't know if WWE has fired him yet, because these rumors, I believe, were announced by Brian Alvarez, who is basically, one of those bloggers, wrestling bloggers. He's been around for quite a while. But yeah, I don't think he's necessarily a credible source. And I do think WWE sometimes these days have been putting out fake information to kind of fuck up the wrestling blogs. But again, let me keep an open mind. He could be right. The rumors could be real. And Odyssey Jones could be fucking canned. Now, these are going to be I'll read them if you can't see them there. Let's see. This person with the social media account, The Truth About Odyssey Jones. The world tweets, the world needs to know the real Odyssey Jones. Says his real name there is a woman beater. I could have died while on vacation with him, and he wants to pretend like nothing happened and try to keep me shut. I guess keep my mouth shut. The mental Sorry. Pull that back. The mental distress from your abuse needs to be known. Odyssey Jones is a woman beater and almost killed me while on vacation with him. WWE on this is on a WWE post, by the way. Left me bruised up and with a slight concussion while on vacation for his birthday. Nothing but a woman beater, and I will no longer be quiet. Busy putting hands on a woman while on vacation and trying to keep me shut. I keep wording it that way. Kind of crazy like the bruises you gave me. Shocker. DNA all over it. Oh, okay. So they're claiming, I'm assuming it's a woman, right? Yes. Beating on a, yeah, that's the whole crux of it. Jesus. I'm an idiot. Well, who knows these days, right? So this woman is like claiming that on vacation, Odyssey Jones beat her. Beating on a woman. Seen that one yet. Stay tuned. Claiming also to have DNA evidence. DNA all over it. WWE, your boy, tweeting to WWE as well. Your boy Odyssey Jones is an abuser and a woman beater, almost killed me on vacation. It's basically repeating the same thing over and over, which, you know, could be signs that this is maybe somebody who's just mentally ill, or signs that it's somebody who has a you know, credible story that's consistent. There are receipts to prove it as well. So she's claiming there's receipts. I guess maybe police reports, maybe hospital records, medical records. I'm just seeing if there's anything different here. Yeah, nothing really different than just kind of saying the same thing over and over. So that's basically the accusation, is that Odyssey Jones beat this woman while on vacation for his birthday. Again, I don't know. Could be baseless accusations. We've seen a lot of that during the Me Too movement, especially with people who are, you know, going to, like, just about to make it. Sorry, I'm pulling up something here. Yeah, so we've seen that before, but we've also seen some accusations are true. So again, I know I'm fence riding here, and I know I'm not like really, you know, giving you exact answer on what I believe. I just don't know what to believe yet. Now, the accusations are different than, you know, somebody saying, you know, there's been wrestlers who have come out, made their debut, and then, oh, he had some spicy tweets where he was saying the like jokes about the Nazis or something like that, and it's like, all right, who gives a fuck? Gives a fuck. But it's like, all right, the, you know, accusation of domestic violence, that's a whole different thing. It's, you know, accusations of rape, stuff like that, which, you know, obviously that's not what this is, but I'm just saying it's kind of in the place of, okay, well, there must be, the woman is claiming that there is evidence. So I think, as, you know, reporters on this or podcasters on this, the best thing to do is just wait for more information. If she doesn't come out with more information, the burden of proof is on her. It's on the person making the accusation. The person who is being accused doesn't have to provide any proof. They only have to provide alibis or counter arguments or whatever. But if she's saying there's DNA evidence and she's saying there's receipts, you know, that's how the black people say there's information out there, there's evidence that he actually did this. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and actually see. Now, It is interesting. WWE did. Well, if you see here, if you do search Odyssey Jones on their website, you can pull up everything he's been doing for the past few weeks. And pretty much 99 plus results for Odyssey Jones on WWE.com. Now, if you go over to the Superstar page and type in Odyssey Jones, well, let me just type in Jones. You'll see all the. That's where Odyssey Jones would pop up, but they only have, as you see there, Freight Train Jones and SD Jones. No Odyssey. Odyssey. Is it two S's? Odyssey Jones, nothing pops up. So he's not on their Superstar page. I did scroll through this to see. Also, I didn't see him. So they did pull him down off of their Superstar page. However, you can still find clips of him and footage of him. I don't think they necessarily pull down, past footage of wrestlers, because there's, obviously that'd be also pulling down New Day and Karrion Kross and Final Testament footage. So maybe they don't want to get rid of all of it, like every sign of him. I guess he's not Benoit, but I do get the feeling though that WWE may be waiting, like, on firing him. And I'll bite the bullet if I'm wrong on this. But I'm not 100% convinced he's exactly fired. I think they're just pulling it down, waiting to see. I think this could be another Enzo situation, and I don't mean as in like him being innocent, but WWE doesn't necessarily want another Enzo situation where they end up being wrong and Enzo was actually exonerated and they fired him for no reason. Now, I do think they fired him for other reasons because Enzo was kind of a problem. So they used that as the way to get rid of him. However, still not justified. You can't fire somebody for a rape accusation, especially when it's fucking, it comes out to be false. Now, WWE, I would assume, is no different from other entertainment companies. I've worked in the entertainment business, so I know a little bit about this, where if you do sign with a company, a contract with a company like, let's say, Disney, Nickelodeon, one of those kind of things, there are things called morality clauses where if you're not allowed to be, like a Disney star, you'll see if they're even like on social media not doing a Disney thing, they still keep it PG, they still keep it family friendly, they still play the Disney thing. It's like Ryan Seacrest. You'll never catch him not being Ryan Seacrest, not being family friendly. It's because they sign things called morality clauses, where if they're caught, cursing out a child or something on camera, they could be fired from or broken from their contract because they're kind of destroying their image, and their image is part of why they're part of their, part of the company. So, there are those kind of things, and I assume WWE is no different from having morality clauses. So if he is, domestic violence is different too. If he is actually charged with this and arrested, and there is a whole thing there, I assume they could break the contract with just that. So, again, wait and see. That's all we can do with stuff like this. Just like the Vince McMahon thing, it's just a wait and see. And if she starts putting out evidence, and the evidence is looking more and more like, there is no actual like medical records. But she does have a picture of herself beaten up. It's like, I don't know if that's necessarily evidence. There's got to be concrete evidence. I mean, there's been women that have fucking taken frying pans to their own face just to, when the cops show up, it looks like a dude beat them up. So that is not out of the realm of possibility. But if the cops did show up and there's a police report and there's all that kind of evidence and WWE wasn't made aware of it, which I think was the crux of why Enzo was let go, was that he never made WWE aware of what was going on. He just talked to his lawyers, and his lawyers said that it was bullshit. So he didn't tell WWE about it. Which is, where WWE kind of flew off the handle and fired him. So maybe Odyssey Jones did tell them, like, hey, there's these accusations that are out there. You do see the person who accused him did at WWE on Twitter numerous times. So they could have seen it from that. But yeah, I'm staying in the middle on this one. And then the more I'll see evidence, I'll give you my my take on whether or not he did it. If the evidence does come out. If no evidence comes out ever, or within a reasonable amount of time, I'll just honestly believe that there is no evidence, because you think if you were a victim of domestic violence and you're finally ready to come out and tell your story and expose the guy, then you'd be willing to sort of go through the whole thing, the whole process. So yes, we will definitely see.